The crypto markets are crashing and fear is at extreme levels, but is this the perfect buying opportunity or are we heading even lower? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what I see in the charts and where I think we're heading next. I'm going to give you 3 altcoins that I'm buying right now. So let's get it. So taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, we can see that we were trading within this sideways range here, bouncing from the lows to the high of this range. And the question was, were we going to get a breakout to the upside or to the downside? Well, we did in fact break down. So where are we going from here? Well, typically, when you get these big breakouts to the upside, it leaves imbalances on the chart where there hasn't been a lot of volume traded. So when you get these breaks, there's a very volatile move. And normally, price likes to retest the previous levels of resistance and flip them into support. So when I look at this chart of Bitcoin, the levels that I'm straight away going to be targeting is actually going to be this level here where my red box is. And that's because that was the previous high for Bitcoin. So it wouldn't actually surprise me if we do get a bit more of continued downside till we do actually reach that level and potentially get a bounce. The thing is, it's not guaranteed and nothing's ever guaranteed. When we trade by probabilities and what's more likely. But we may have bottomed and it may not go down lower, and we have to prepare for that and position our portfolios for the possibility that that may be the case. Now, when we flip to the daily chart for Bitcoin, one thing I want to take a look at today is actually going to be the RSI. Now, as you can see, the RSI is extremely oversold levels, hitting 24 on the oscillator, and we haven't been this oversold in a very long time. The last time we were even close to these levels was actually back here in August, and this actually marked the local bottom. And what happened from that point? Well, we actually got a rally of about 120%. And the previous time before that was back here in August of 2023. And what did we see there? Well, that also marked a local bottom, and we got another rally of about almost 200%. So on average, about 150% from these levels. Well, if we were to see a similar type move for Bitcoin, and we were to actually measure this out, so from the bottom, a 100% rally would actually put us at around $150,000, which is actually my price target for Bitcoin. So I do expect that when this move is finished and we start the next uptrend, this is going to start the next parabolic phase of our cycle and push us into potentially the last high for this bull run. One chart I want to have a look at is the total crypto market cap chart. And the reason why I like this chart is it doesn't take in just Bitcoin, but all of the altcoins as well. So we can get an idea of the liquidity that is in the markets right now. Well, what we can see, but it's actually come down to a very key level of support and resistance. And like Bitcoin, how it had that imbalance on the chart, total crypto market cap chart has already come down and retested a key level of support and filled that imbalance on the chart. So even though Bitcoin could still come down a little bit more, the total market cap chart is screaming that we're in a buy zone right now, which is why I wouldn't be waiting and why I would be looking to accumulate your favorite altcoins right now. Today, I'm actually going to give you 3 coins for free. And the first coin I'm going to give you guys is Ondo Finance. So this coin is the leading coin in the tokenization of real world assets. They just partnered with MasterCard as well, and they're also partnered with BlackRock. And this is not a coin to be slept on. Now, when we take a look at the price chart for Ondo on a weekly time frame, we can actually see that it's come down to a very key level of support. And for me, for Ondo, if you can pick up this coin under $1, it's an absolute steal, and even just a few cents above, able to accumulate such a strong project, and you're going to make a lot of money in the future. I can see Ondo going to a minimum of $10, but potentially even higher, maybe closer to that $15-20 range. Now, coin number 2, guys, that I'm buying today is actually Aerodrome Finance. So this is the leading decentralized exchange built on the Base ecosystem. Now, this is one of the highest revenue generating coins, and it's not a coin to be slept on. And when we take a look at Aerodrome Finance, we can see as well that it has in fact come into my buy zone, which is my blue box here, which was a very key level for this coin. And every time that we've previously gone into this zone, we've actually seen a bounce, and this is where I'm going to be expecting price to bounce once again to continue that move to the upside. Now, coin number 3, guys, we've got BitTensor. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know this is one of my favorite AI projects, and it's because it's one of the leaders in the space. BitTensor is currently leading the charge in terms of AI development, and it is the #1 AI coin to be accumulating now. Now, recently, the AI narrative has died off a bit, but as we go further into this bull run, I'm expecting that AI hype to come back. All it takes is one big AI announcement to absolutely set this rocket off, and all of these AI projects are going to absolutely explode. So with a $2.7 billion market cap, this is probably going to be the highest coin on this list, but I think it's one of the safest picks you could possibly invest in. Now, when we take a look at a chart of BitTensor, what we can actually see is we had my blue box of support here, which was a very key level. However, we have in fact actually lost that blue box. So there is the likelihood that we could go lower, and we may come down and retest this blue box here, which was my previous zone of support. However, as you can see on this week, we pretty much came just a few dollars away from hitting that level. So we do have the possibility that maybe this week here was actually the bottom, and we may not come down lower. And as investors, we always have to think about the risk versus reward. Now, for me personally, I think the risk of waiting for it to come down is too great when it's already so heavily discounted. Accumulating at these pop prices, when we get a turnaround in the market and BitTensor absolutely takes off, regardless of whether you bought at $3.30 or if you waited a bit more for it to come down, these are great prices to be buying at. And when BitTensor is sitting at $2,000 to $5,000, you're not going to regret buying it at $330, which is a steal in my opinion. And now I just want to end this video by saying that it's in the fearful times where we have the greatest opportunities, and the majority of retail investors are actually extremely fearful right now. I think the fear and greed index hit its lowest level in the last 6 months, and these are the times where you want to be accumulating quality projects, because when the markets turn around and we start getting that next leg up in the bull run, you're going to be in a much better position, and you're going to regret having not taken action. And right now we literally have the most positive crypto landscape that we've ever seen in history, having the first ever pro-crypto government, as well as seeing the SEC drop in all of their lawsuits. We're literally setting up for one of the biggest price explosions in history, and selling on this little dip that we have in the market can cost you greatly. So this is the time to be accumulating, this is the time to be dollar cost averaging, and your future self will thank you. And guys, if you'd like to purchase my top 10 picks for 2025, the coins that I believe have the most potential for upside and could get you a 50 to 100x return, you can purchase that just by clicking on the link in the description. And if you'd like some one-on-one coaching with me to learn how to trade or how to invest, message me on either Instagram or Twitter, or send me an email. And to sign up for a reliable exchange, just click on the link below. But besides that, I'll see you guys next time.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out. Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out. Don't ever rise is bearish.
Very positive, 13 puncher.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.